Right here I have this digital wall clock. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and show you what it looks like. This is everything that came inside the box besides the user manual. We have the digital wall clock itself right here. We have the plug-in right here, and then we also have a remote control. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in so you can see what it looks like. So I just took off this back panel right here, and I'm just gonna plug in the cord right here. And it does have this little area to be able to wrap around this cord so that you can not have a bunch of extra cord. And then you can just have the rest of it coming down right here. I do want to show while we're looking at the back here that this does have two little prongs here to be able to rest this on, just so that you don't have to hang this, which honestly is probably how I'm planning on using it. But it does have two little hanging options right here for you to be able to easily just fit them right over two nails. A couple other options it does have on the back here is it does have a brightness adjustment, and it has the high and a low, and it also has a auto feature. So you can see this is what it looks like on high. And this is low. Preferably, I feel like auto would be great. That way it can kind of adjust to what's in the room, unless you always like to see it nice and brightly. I also did want to note in the back, if you do just have this on a desk, for example, that you do have all of the button options in the back, the same buttons that you would have on your little remote control here. So starting from the top in the back here, we have a snooze button for when your alarm goes off, and the plus and minus button are going to help you get everything set up correctly. This set button is going to help you to set the language, the daylight savings time, the year, the time, the date, and the different clock modes, as well as the timer options. The batteries that you did see in here, those are the memory function batteries that are going to help if the power does go out, for example, to keep all of your memory options in here. This music button is to be able to select from 25 different alarm ringtones. This is the volume adjustment. There's a high, medium, and low. This one right here is the timer option to both set and exit the timer mode. And these are the two options for setting two separate alarms. You can see on the remote control here, it has all of those different options on here as well. Especially that's going to be really nice if you have this clock set up higher up on the wall. You can have access to all of that information here. Honestly, one of the reasons that I thought this was really cool is to be able to start and stop a timer here. So I'm just gonna use the remote control and show you what the timer option looks like. Okay, so we just select the little timer option here, and you can actually on the remote control select the timer start and stop button right here. And it starts it, and I actually went ahead and set it up for a countdown setting, but you can also have it in a counting up setting where it's counting from 0 and maybe tracking how long something is happening for. But if you do want to set your timer for, like I just had it set for 8 minutes, now it's doing a countdown and it will make a little sound when it gets to the end. I do think that this is really cool. I like the simplistic vibe of it, but I also think that this is actually going to be really useful, especially with all of the information that you can have displayed on here. I'm going to go ahead and show you where I'm going to be using this. You can see I have the clock set up in this little office desk space. I really like how clear and concise the numbers are. I love that I can lean this up really nicely using the back supports it comes with, but I can also hang it up on a wall if we chose to do so. I definitely feel like the timer options are really going to come in handy while working out or having the kids get certain chores done or whatever it is that you need to time. It's going to be a really nice function, especially the counting down and the counting up to the times. I also really like how visually pleasing it is. It just puts out all of your information just really nice and clearly. I also really like that I do have this in a really bright lit space. It's bright on the inside and it has the outside daylight coming in, and you can still see the numbers so clearly. I feel like the auto light function, just when it is a little bit darker in the room, it just has the lettering and the numbers get a little bit dimmer. That's just going to be so perfect. Overall, I love how easy this is to use, and I love how simplistic it looks.